All right, welcome back. You're still watching Prime Morning. Time for us to jump into a big conversation on the show this Friday morning. Before we do that, do you want to get access to the new Joy Learning channel on Multi-TV? Or are you having any challenges with your Multi-TV box? Well, please contact Multi-TV for assistance on any of these numbers. Are you ready? It's 0244 340 415. That's 0244 340 415. And you can also call 0244 340 424. That's 0244 340 424. Okay? Multi-TV, just thrills. Now, on the back of that, let's jump into what's coming on next this morning. So, recently, I'm sure you heard in the news, you saw on the blogs and the tabloids that marijuana, I beg your pardon, has been legalized, for industrial purposes as well. This morning we are joined by our guests to help get a clearer understanding of what it means for industrial purposes. I've got Kuka here joining me this morning. How are you doing, sir? Great. Welcome.
Thank you.
And also I've got the president of the Hemp Association of Ghana. I've got Nana Kwaku Agyemang joining us here this morning. It's great to have you here, sir.
Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Fantastic. Well, on the back of that, before we even jump into any story, let's MFI give us a back understanding.
So let me give you an overview, yeah. So here are the facts. So Ghana has legalized the use of cannabis for health and industrial purposes. Now, this is after Parliament passed the Narcotics Control Commission Bill 2019 on Friday, 20th March 2020, so just about a few days ago. Now, the new law empowers the Minister for Interior to grant a license for the cultivation of cannabis of not more than 0.3% THC. Now, the main psychoactive compound in cannabis that gives the users a high sensation for industrial and medicinal purposes. Now, finally, the law also makes the country's Narcotics Control Board, NACOBS, a commission which enhanced the commission to oversee the industrial use of some narcotic substances. Now, the commission, however, will still have the mandate to control and eliminate the trafficking of prohibited narcotic drugs to ensure public safety. Punishments for the cannabis-related offences has also been stiffened, actually, according to a source on the Defence and the Interior Committee of Parliament. Now, Ghana has joined many other countries like Lesotho, South Africa, Zimbabwe, Malawi, Zambia to decriminalize medicinal cannabis use. So there you have it.
So, gentlemen, this is just quite a short understanding of what it means for this to for government to have passed this law. But let's just go back a little bit. Let's take a quick step. We want to understand exactly, for the benefit of those who don't understand or know what cannabis is. We want to understand it better, because I think I was even getting it wrong, saying weed at a point in time. I'm saying marijuana at a point in time. I'm saying cannabis at a point in time. Can we get an understanding of all this, please? Let me start off with you.
A very, legitimate question going to the president.
No lockdown. No, I think it's a good question, and I think discerning people should open their ears. I've listened to what you've just read there. Yeah. A totally false report. Totally false.
Okay.
It's scandalous what you've just read there, because what has happened is nothing like that. Now, cannabis, we call it Indian hemp. Sometimes we call it we also call it marijuana.
Okay, so same thing, just different names.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, there are different strains. You have cannabis sativa, which in terms of industrial benefits, this goes into that closet, into that box. Then you have cannabis indica, which is medicinal marijuana, but you also smoke it. You refer to the high. I hate talking about the high. It makes you feel good, and there's nothing wrong if you feel high. There's nothing wrong at all.
We would ask you the question on what it means to feel good.
And then you also have cannabis ruderalis, which is another strain that also makes you feel good. So let's just take...
I want to understand what is feel good.
You're cutting me. I'm talking.
Okay.
I'm talking.
All right. Listen.
So I'm just giving you 3 strains. Yeah? So at the moment, in terms of what has happened in Parliament, all they've done is basically decriminalized and effectively declassified cannabis sativa, which is industrial hemp. because it has a 0.3% tetrahydrocannabinol value, and that's it basically. Weed has not been legalized. Marijuana has not been legalized. Cannabis has not been legalized. We've just gone through a process of decriminalization. And as Madame said, in fact, sentences have been stiffened. But what the bill was aimed at doing was it recognized that the war against drugs, let's put it that way, is not a war that's being won. And basically we have bright people like yourselves being locked up, incarcerated in the many prisons that we have. And they have been incarcerated there because they've been caught with a joint, or they've been caught with very small amounts of cannabis. And they're doing between 5, 10 and upwards sentences. And they shouldn't be there. And I hope that the parliamentarians understand that from what they've done, not only should they release 800 prisoners, which they've done just yesterday, but they need to release all the prisoners who have been convicted and placed in prison for small amounts of cannabis. This bill is about rehabilitation of those people and not the imprisonment of those people.
I beg to stop you on there. I think you've just jumped the gun way too far to talk about criminalization. Let's come back. Let's come back to understanding. You mentioned three kinds of three strains,
three different strains.
Yes, and then the first one where you heavily centered on was again
industrial hemp, cannabis sativa.
Industrial hemp. So let's talk about industrial hemp. Let's talk about what it is and what it does, what it's used for.
Now, it's a part of the cannabis family, but it's different. It grows 16 feet tall. It takes 16 weeks to harvest, and basically
that's quick.
It also buds, but it produces seeds. It doesn't produce the buds that one would dry and prepare and roll up and smoke. You can't smoke it. You cannot smoke it.
And this is the one that has been
decriminalized and effectively declassified. You cannot smoke it. Now, you can use it for everything. The studio that we're sitting in can be made from industrial hemp. The blocks that we make, the building blocks, you can make hempcrete and build a much better, a much safer, a much more environmentally friendly building than the one we're sitting in. Because when you construct a building that is made out of hempcrete, it actually will absorb the carbon dioxide from the cars and everything that's passing, and it will hold it until the temperature declines, and then it will release it back out into the atmosphere. When it does that, you minus the greenhouse effect. You don't add to it, you actually minus it. Do you understand? Not to mention the fact that it's cheaper. The lovely dress Madame is wearing, you can be made out of hemp. The clothes you are wearing can be made out of hemp. Everything plastic can be made out of hemp. So when we talk about the fact that there's an issue of single-use plastics, and government are saying, no, we don't want to stop it now, we don't want this and that, they should stop single-use plastic now, because everything plastic can be made out of hemp. It is biodegradable. So if I leave a plastic bag in a gutter, in about 16 to 20 weeks, it will biodegrade.
And this particular breed or category or type is not smokable, if I can say.
It's not smokable.
But were people smoking?
No one was smoking it.
So why was it criminalized then?
Precisely. That's a fantastic question. The reason why it was criminalized here in Ghana is because we took the laws of someone else's country and brought them to Ghana and implemented them wholesale without really understanding what we are doing, because hemp is non-psychotic, it's non-psychotropic, it's not a drug as such. Do you understand? It's not a drug, but because it came from the same family, it was all demonized. And we didn't understand that. So we talk about Indian hemp. So anytime you mention the word hemp, everybody thinks the hemp you're talking about is the hemp that you can smoke, which is not this hemp at all.
So the hemp you can smoke is still an offense?
Well, it's not hemp, it's cannabis. It's
the
cannabis indica.
That you can smoke,
it's still an offense.
It's still an offense.
It's still an offense. But if you are caught with small amounts yeah, or if you have been adjudged to be someone who is addicted, then what needs to happen is that you need help, not imprisonment.
Need help.
That is what they've now come to recognize.
Okay, I'm going to come back to you because they mentioned that it's been legalized for industrial and medicinal purposes. So I'm going to come back to you, but I'm going to go to Kuka if he has a different view. Are you on the same page as he's saying, or you have a different opinion?
I mean, today we can't even deal with cholera to allow people to go bonkers smoking everything. It's control. I went to boys' school. I saw what it did to some of my friends. I saw the abuse of it. I live in an area where it's like if you don't go through the process, you're not a gentleman, you're not a boy, or you're not a guy.
Before you continue, so you have a problem with the abuse of it, but not the use of it?
Yes. So right now, where we have gotten to, if you think it's good for you medicinally, go and apply it. Go for prescription. Go for the right people to give it to you so that you can use. Because a lot of the cancer people were depending on opium and other things. But now, right now that we have this, they can go through and medicines will be made that will become consumable for them. So it wouldn't be illegal to use it. And I'm happy. What I'm wearing is a product of it. You get me? What I'm wearing is a product of it. What we need to understand is, look at the benefits it has given other countries. Look at the benefits other people have gotten out of it. Right now, we are nowhere near Zimbabwe, Malawi and other things. If I tell you Uganda, as at end of last year, June, made 160 million USD, and they had 20,000 pharmaceutical companies in Germany and in Canada rushing for demand. I agree with what he said that we should know the variance. Yes, the education has to come for people to understand the variance and what you have the right to do. It's cool. What I think we need to do is to empower our people to take advantage, to go seek the license and grow, because it is huge revenue. I mean, you heard the times of how long it takes to grow.
Yes, 16 weeks. The turnaround time is short, and it will be good.
Go to VA and you see, go to the Volta region and you see that it's already there. People plant them in cassavas.
So, Koka, just let me ask in the back of that, now we saw some influencers, who came out and wrote on social media, then they were excited about it. Do you think it's a misunderstanding or misconception of which ones have been legalized? Because I don't know how clearly they probably would be able to,
unless they decide something you like, you go for it and you forget everything about it. The excitement makes you ignorant about the whole thing. Instead of reading, they are jumping at it, and that is the pain. And
is it that they intend to become farmers as well?
It is not that. They are happy about the use. They are happy about the legalization, but they need to understand the context where the legalization has taken place. Or else, now the way the laws have been made, it's going to be out there. So if you are caught without any license, you'll be in trouble.
Let me go back to Nana Kwaku. So this bill that has been passed, you've given me the industrial understanding of it. Give me the understanding of the medicinal purpose of it. Let me understand it. What do they mean by it's been legalized for medicinal purposes as well?
Well, I want to say that I think that there's been a misunderstanding in the House about the prowess of hemp medicinally. That is not to say that you cannot use CBD for autism, for epilepsy, and there are some other ailments that you can actually use CBD for. But what they've actually done is cap the medicinal powers that exist by saying we can only extract the oil from industrial hemp so long as there's a THC content of 0.3. Now, what I want to make known is that when we talk about medicinal cannabis or medicinal marijuana, we are specifically talking about the cannabis, the marijuana, the weed that one smokes. That is where the medicinal powers lie. So when you say, right, we've done this for industrial and medicinal purposes, I'm sorry, they've not got it totally right, and I'm very sad about that, because.
So can we interpret what the medicinal purpose means for a user, an end user? Because then the bill is not. The bill specifically states that we're passing it for medicinal purposes by using the extracted oil out of it. Did it specifically state?
No, it doesn't say the extracted oil. I'm telling you the process that one would have to go through to get that medicine.
So they didn't even state the types of medicinal, because then, like Jay asked earlier, there's some celebrities that were on, social media with a little portion of it. So it means that, can I have the one that I can smoke and say that it's been prescribed for me?
No.
No, the law doesn't allow that.
No, you can't. The law doesn't allow that, because the lawmakers didn't fully understand that they had to also decriminalize
that part.
That part also. Because look, I mean, my friend was talking about the economic benefits. Look, we all jumped up when we saw Illinois 3.2 on the first day that they opened their shops for the dispensaries for medicinal marijuana. That was 3.2 million in a day. Wow. That was what the government earned, not what the store earned. That was what the government earned in taxes. You look at Canada, they've recently legalized everything. The shops are buzzing. You may have seen the videos of people who are panic buying medicinal marijuana in Holland and Belgium and stuff like that. That is where the huge revenue component that can benefit us as Ghanaians lie.
So you're not wholly excited about just a bit. I mean, you would wish that it's
no,
run through all of it.
The fact of the matter is, this is a good step for a conservative country like Ghana, for a government that is afraid if the Christian Council should sneeze. This is a very good step, because at the end of the day, it shows some recognition that they are witnessing and they have seen and they understand, even though partially, what is happening in the rest of the world. So it's a good first step. The issue for us now is that, like for the Hemp Association of Ghana, we will continue with the advocacy to ensure that medicinal marijuana also comes on the books, because there are people here with degenerative diseases such as Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. They've got high blood pressure and lots of different other ailments that can only be treated with medicinal cannabis, and it can't actually be treated by just CBD from industrial hemp.
So when we say medicinal, then my mind goes to prescriptions, possible if it's supposed to be administered to anybody. So another major step, would you say another major step would be for, after it's been legalized, another step would be for, some of the pharmaceutical companies to take it up and then turn it into drugs that people can take, not necessarily smoking? Or is smoking the only alternative?
No.
I'm going to go to, Coca should take this.
No. If in a document, a research that was done by Grant View, some consultants, in Uganda, for instance, the cancer patients and other stuff, the CBDs are turned into more of consumables, products that can be given to them, and it's not illegal to have them. They have gone through the process. But there is something Nana said, I think we need to look at the brighter side. We have labs, we have doctors. We need to go back to the lab, prove that these things can go further this way. You get me? I agree. Sometimes the one passing the law don't know much about what they are doing. But who are the frontiers making the case for it? And what evidence are they putting along? And what research backing do they have to prove that, listen, you have done a great job, but if you have considered A, B, C, D, we could have gotten 1, 2, 3. You get me? We need to look at a broader picture. But if we're not researching, if we don't have systems that are working to bring more medicinal reasons why it has to be open more, and then the percentages have to look at, then we are not doing anything.
Okay, cool. I'm still coming back to my first question, and it's totally out of ignorance because I don't know and I've never smoked weed, cannabis, marijuana before. When you mention good, feel good in quotes, what does it mean to feel good when you smoke it?
Well, you can feel relaxed. When you feel good, you're relaxed, aren't you?
So
you felt relaxed before?
It depends on what you mean by relaxed.
No, well,
when I have a lot of money, I'm relaxed.
Well, and that made you feel good.
So feel good in this sense means that you are talking about low blood pressure, or you forget problems. I just want to understand what it means to feel good.
You will not forget problems. It's a serene state of mind. It's a very serene state of mind. I don't know if you consume alcohol, but people who consume alcohol don't end up with a serene state of mind, yet it is legal. Some of them jump into their cars when they're over the limit and they end up having an accident and killing people. Other people just go out into the streets because they're drunk and they have a brawl. When you have smoked cannabis, you don't do any of that. If I smoke cannabis and sit here, I'll sit here.
Statistically?
I beg your pardon?
Are there statistics for this?
For what? For the amount of time?
Have you sampled it? Yeah, have you sampled somebody who's tried cannabis and somebody who's tried alcohol in the same
What Nana is saying, what Nana is saying, I remember 2002, I will not mention the person's name, came from Holland with cake, toffees and biscuits. And I mean, your friend has returned. It wasn't abuse. It was in the house. The kind of comedy that went on, and the things I did, that was recorded.
Oh, you mean you tried it? You mean you tried a biscuit?
I was told it's biscuits.
Okay.
Normal biscuits.
And it had marijuana in there.
We sat in, the thieves were packing our stuff and we were slow, watching them, slow.
On that, now on a more serious note, so probably, and I just want you to use this as a platform to help educate people to understand. I'm just trying to help. So why is it then that you find a lot of criminals, they tend to police makes arrest and you find them having weed? Does it in any way boost that activity?
No.
Because there's a strong association of crime and weed, if I may, right?
Sadly.
No, look. You asked me for statistics. You have statistics for that? Because you wait. I don't even want you to answer.
I'm listening.
I don't even want to answer. We need to stop this type of...
That is education that you have to help us with.
Hold on. We need to stop this tabloid approach to the whole thing. Yeah? We need to stop talking about smoking. I've come here to tell you, this is a hemp bag. This is made out of weed.
We didn't know you had
That's made out of weed. That's made out of weed. That's made out of weed. This is selling in your shops in Ghana now. That's made out of weed. This shampoo is made out of weed. This cream is made out of weed. This balm is made out of weed. You have a problem with your knees. This balm is good for you. It's exactly the same.
I don't have a problem with my knees.
It's exactly the same as rub. This you can have your shower with.
Yeah? What's my beard?
This
the cream I use is also made out of it.
Now look, this is made out of weed as well. Yeah.
Okay.
Cannabis. Now look, let's leave the tabloid approach to the whole thing. Nothing has been legalized. Things have been decriminalized.
Okay.
There's a lot of things. There's a lot of value that we can get out of cannabis, a lot, instead of just talking about smoking. This fear about smoking, and every time we talk it's smoking, shows a lack of appreciation of what we're talking about. This is why when Madame read what she read, it's total falsehood. Our media need to sit up and grasp the issues and grasp the issues well and properly. You are saying I should educate. You are the media. Educate. First do your research. First do your research. Because if you do your research, you'll never ask me a question like that and tell me that robberies, there's a correlation between robberies and weed.
Hold on.
You will never do that.
Let me come back to this.
You will never ever do that.
Let me come back to this. Hold on.
But before that, even before that, the quote that was read, the bill that was read, there was nothing wrong about it. The bill was right. 2019 March, the bill says that it's decriminalized, and it's even stated the amount of percentage of the psychoactive 0.3, which I've mentioned here.
Yeah.
So the bill that has been passed into a law this Friday, there's nothing wrong with the quotation that was read.
No. If you read it again, you will see. If you read it again, you will see.
Which part
because
of it?
the headlines talks about legalization.
No.
That's what the headline says. I'm coming.
Yes.
I'm coming. We're talking about education.
Yeah.
It took all the headlines in all Ghanaian press.
That one I agree.
Right?
Okay.
All talked about legalization. What has been legalized? Nothing has been legalized. Why should we have that headline? Because you're all tabloid. You're all thinking about smoking. You're not focusing. Let me finish, my brother.
Great.
Let me finish.
Yes,
you're not focusing.
Yes.
You're not focusing on the real issues. None at all. You've not done your research. You don't know your clothes can be made out of it.
Fantastic.
You don't know you can shower with it.
We have 7 minutes. That's how I'm cutting you. Hold on.
We have longer.
No, we don't have
No, we have longer. I'm not getting up.
No,
I'm not get
hold on. So what I'm saying is that, the thing is that, listen, you also need to understand something, that for many years, now I was born in the 80s, and then since 80s till today, as we're sitting here, in my mind's eye, all I've understood about marijuana, weed, cannabis has been negative information. You should also bear with the public, you understand? So it is your responsibility.
I'm bearing with you.
Well, so it is your responsibility now, and we are touching on various issues. We're touching on medicine. We've asked medicine. We're talking about smoking. It's also another area to capture. So we cannot ignore what the reality on the ground is and question it. Now, fantastic news. You just brought out items, and I'm happy because I've seen a lot of these items on the shelf, and I've seen the sign of the cannabis on there, and it actually goes a long way to say that, oh, these items are actually produced from this. So now you brought it out. Can we just go through them and understand that, okay, now these are the things. We cannot ignore that bit, Nana. You have to understand.
That one, I want to say something about it. I also realized growing up that any robbery that goes around, they go like, oh, because he is not working, how does he get money to buy these things? It's assumed he stole what he stole to do that. But I think there are some few people in my area who were matured and start saying that, listen, the fact that they are doing this does not mean they are doing this.
In fact, who is doing it?
The fact that they are smoking or they are high at any point in time.
Let me correct what Jay said. Let me correct what Jay said.
They are criminals.
Jay is not emphatically saying that. When
there's an association.
When you pick newspapers, when somebody is arrested before the person is convicted and is being reported, they say, we found this on the person. We found some gun, we found a bullet, we found knife, and then we found maybe what is it called? Joint. It's reported.
I mean,
it's what is seen that is being reported. So maybe you're asking that we report certain parts of it.
Let me respond to you. Have you seen a reportage where a senior police officer came out about 3 weeks ago and told his police officers, stop planting weed on Ghanaians? Have you seen that? Have you seen that?
Not yet. It's not common.
You know of it. A senior police officer said, stop planting weed on people.
So it's possible that they do
that. So what are you saying to me?
I'm saying what I've been hearing in the tabloids for the past. Let's focus. We have a few minutes. Let's focus on that.
They go through all the process and they realize still they want to hold you, and they find a way of.
All right. This is fine. We're not the police. Let's leave that for the police. Let's come back to this.
No, we're the media. No, my brother, let me give you the focus.
For a split second, you didn't want us to talk about this.
No, but let me give you the focus. No, let me give you the focus. This is mine now. Let me give you the focus. Look, there's a lot of people out there, our parents, who are suffering from degenerative diseases that cannabis can cure. Even this coronavirus, let me tell you, if you chew the leaves, because, look at me like that, if we chew the leaves, we will get the vitamin C that everybody is saying, oh, you need vitamin C. Chew cannabis leaves, you will get vitamin C, you will get... Let me finish, my brother. Let me finish.
Yes.
Let me finish.
I cannot answer approved by...
Coronavirus.
Wait a moment. Is a very sensitive conversation.
Wait a moment. Let me finish.
Without approval from FDA, without approval from WHO, I cannot allow you to say
on set that if you chew cannabis, I'm not saying you're going to cure it. I'm saying... Let me finish.
Okay.
I'm saying to you, we are saying to everyone, wash your hands, blah, 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 take plenty vitamin C. I'm saying to you, if you chew cannabis, you get vitamin C. If you chew the cannabis leaves, you get vitamin C, you get vitamin K. If you eat the seeds, these seeds you get omega fatty acids 3, 6, and 9, and you also get amino acids. Do you know what that does for you? It boosts your immune system beyond belief.
Is it approved by FDA?
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Is it been approved by FDA?
Do you think I need FDA to approve anything?
So
I'm telling you a fact.
We have to put a disclaimer.
I'm telling you a fact.
Fantastic.
I'm telling you a fact. You see, this man talked about research, right? And let me tell you what happens in research. When you all go to do research, all you want to research are the negatives. And that's why you come up. Wait a moment. Let me finish.
You finish, but that's your opinion.
Well, it's me speaking, isn't it?
Yeah.
Me speaking.
Sure.
I'm not speaking for
But
somebody
you're
else.
in my territory.
I'm saying to you that when we research cannabis, the only thing we come up with is negatives, because the only thing we're looking for are negatives. Because you can't tell me one positive thing. You've now come to tell me there's a correlation between robbery and weed. What is the good thing you can tell me? I told you there's no problem in becoming high or feeling euphoric or feeling good. You wanted to interrogate that. Oh, what does high mean? What does as if you don't drink.
I don't drink.
Yeah. The question is, are you on a mission to change the perception of persons in this country?
Great question.
Are you?
Well, we have
to change
we
it?
have to do that. We have to do that.
Exactly. Now, my last question before you even go is that
I'm not going.
I got security. You have no idea.
They must come.
So my question is that before this decriminalization, was there the legal use of the industrial type? Was it allowed?
No. No. Okay. Let me say yes and no.
Okay.
Because there are many strains of industrial hemp. And we make jute bags, don't we? Those jute bags are made out of hemp.
Yeah.
All the jute bags that we have here are made out of hemp. No one regulates that hemp that is grown because it's a little bit different to the hemp that is grown here, that I'm talking about here. So you go up to the north, they're growing hemp there, and they're making jute bags, they're making the ropes that ties everything, they're doing a lot of things there. Nobody says anything about that because they don't know. Do you understand what I'm saying? So the answer to your question is yes. It's not no. It's yes, because it does exist, and we are using it.
So it was existing, but it wasn't documented.
Yeah, it was imported. So when if you have this on the shop,
I still insist that we talk about what's before you.
No problem.
Fantastic. Now we're on the same page.
Let's go.
So let's go through. I've actually seen this product, the hair product,
Which one?
Kuza.
Oh, we've been using this for years.
Yes.
This has been in Ghana for years.
Is it produced in Ghana or no?
Well, I don't know where it's produced.
Our ladies use it.
But it's here,
I use it in my salon.
For years. Yeah, she uses it at the salon.
Yes.
Criminal.
And then you've shown us this is
a body wash.
Body wash.
Yeah,
okay.
So I mean, you can smell it. You can. It's very nice.
Yeah.
It's very nice. That's a body wash. I use that every morning. Here's some cream for you.
Which of all of these products can I use to feel nice?
None. Let's stay away from nice feelings.
No,
let's talk about the last one.
When I use them, I feel nice. When I wash my hair with shampoo out of cannabis, I feel lovely.
That's hair shampoo.
That's hair shampoo.
That's beautiful.
I'm feeling good now.
That's hair shampoo.
Yeah.
This is a balm. You smell this balm.
Yeah.
Now, I heard you said your knee was hurting you. That's
why
it was flow.
I live in perpetual pain in my knee. I'll try.
But this is a balm. It's good for your knee. Trust me.
Okay.
Trust me.
It's for external pain.
Yeah.
So these ones, the seeds.
Okay.
So the seeds now, you can eat the seeds. You can put them in your yogurt, put them in your ice cream. You can put them in your wachi.
Okay.
You can put them in anything, or you can just eat them like peanuts. And as I say to you, these boost your immune system because you get omega-3 and 9 fatty acids.
I'm concerned about the fact that these produced in Ghana because the decriminalization allows us to produce these things in Ghana industrially and medically. So these ones I haven't heard or seen that you're produced in Ghana. They look imported, or you got them in Ghana?
Yes. Well, as you know, this is in the shops anyway. Yeah. The rest I brought in from London.
Okay.
Yeah. The bag too. The bag made out of cannabis is also from the US of A.
Okay.
I was saying that the opportunities as for people to now apply for the permit, the license to grow, and to grow the right ones. And if you listen to Nana, there are various forms and various markets you can appeal to, the industrial and even the medicinal. And just one plant, from the roots to the main seed, everything has something to do.
Right.
If we take that advantage and go in, and government is able to provide funding for us to market them outside, our revenue streams will go.
Great.
Well, then, look, then what the media is reporting is not too far from the truth. The fact that if you decriminalize something, makes it legal.
But you say this, you see, when you say no, the headline was misleading.
What's the headline?
Look at your phone.
It says that Parliament has Parliament has legalized the use of cannabis for health and industrial purposes.
You have captured the right one. That industrial and medical was taken
exactly what we've been saying this morning.
That is where the problem started from. That is why people were happy that your beer market now,
so this probably wraps us up, but there is perception out there now. For a very long time, and I also want us to understand where this has come from. Now, for many years, people have been arrested for smoking, and it's been ongoing for such a very long time. And then one day, for those who are following the news, fine, but one day this comes out and it says it's legal. Okay, and you've clearly come to explain the ones that are legal and what is still illegal. So I think that's a very great point that we have to understand. And since we are a platform that has also helped to disseminate good information, I think it's only right that we let people understand that what this means. It means that there's a part of this conversation that is still illegal, but a major part of it as well for industrial purposes has been legalized. So as time goes on, like you said, it's a major step. It's a good step. Probably in the coming years, they can look at how to manage, regularize, control all the other areas.
Next year.
Yes.
Look, I think I hear what you say, and I want to appeal to all those people out there who want to participate in the business, because the growing and exportation and processing and manufacturing of cannabis sativa, which is hemp, is also $1 million business. Okay. Now, I'm the president of the Hemp Association, and I would encourage people out there to get hold, to take our website, which is hempassociationgh.com. Go to the contact page if you're interested, because we have registered farmers already who are based in the Volta region, and they are waiting now. We're all waiting for the regulations to be done so that we can apply. We can apply for the licenses and start cultivating. If you are interested, if you're a cocoa farmer and you're getting knocked with those low rock bottom prices, if you grow 25,000 kilos of hemp, we will ensure that you are paid $520,000 US every time you cultivate, and cultivation is 3 times a year. And it goes up on a sliding scale. If you want to grow 50,000 kilos of hemp, you'll be paid $1 million US every time you cultivate. You cultivate 3 times a year. If you wish to grow, if you wish to grow 75,000 kilos, no, you have to send me an invoice. I'll pay you. If you wish to grow 75,000 kilos of hemp, you'll be paid $1.5 million US every time you cultivate. Cultivation is 3 times a year.
Fantastic news.
Contact the Hemp Association.
We'll check out the website.
On hempassociationgh.com.
Yes. Well, on the other hand, it will also be great that we also promote locally manufactured goods, like made in Ghana products as well, since all these things are, going a very long way. It's Ghana month, so it's good that we all look at all this as well. Thank you so very much.
I have to go?
No, you're actually doing the show with us. Yeah, you're staying with us. Because thank you so much for joining us as well. Real great conversation that we've had, regardless of banter. We still have more to come on the show for you. It's a great Friday, and yes, I'm already going to take a shower.
Yeah, I was going to ask the other one that you can smoke. Do you smoke that one?
I don't smoke.
Okay, all right. So we'll go for a break, and when we come back,
but you didn't ask me.
No, you don't smoke.
You this kid that you were.
I was
We'll be back shortly. Stay with us.